What's up, guys? This is your boy Rusian with another Raid Shadow Legends Academy video. So how you guys doing today? Today one of the things is we're gonna be looking at Double Trouble, and the reason I mean by that is those two champions are just clearing everything by themselves, what is allowing me to save resources to be able to get more food champions, to be able to get those guys to level 60 and just kill in the game. All right, so let's take a quick look in the account really quick as of right now. So to let you guys know, if you guys read some of the posts, I actually lost a friend a few days ago this week. So it was kind of hard for me to make videos those days. And then I also had to deal with finishing my last week of classes of pre-production. And I also finished the pre-production on my documentary. So I really apologize for not having so many videos this week, but that's pretty much what happened. So right now we are on level 2 silver of the arena. Not really making much progress in here, just picking a few fights. Like if you guys remember, I'd be focusing on only 2 champions right now. And the reason for that is to clear as much campaign as I can to get some nice secret shards and some other resources, right? And also try to clear whatever missions I can. So in here, kind of not being able to fight as much, I need to get one more. So I only need about, I would say 6-7 fights to be able to get this done. And then we'll be jumping to our close campaign, Tier 3 Mastery for 2 champions. So if you guys notice, I actually got, as soon as I got all my gems I use for, to get Masteries on those champions. So, yeah, so all the way up to here, we're gonna start having a bit of issues, like get a 4 and 5 star or 6 star artifacts for stage 5 or higher. Ascend the champion to level 5 of Ascension. And this is something that you guys have to keep in mind. Really pay attention not to get your champions all the way up. It's very exciting. Like I had another mission I had to. So that's fine. So now I have to find another 5 star. Usually, if I don't really have anybody, in this case I'm probably going to try to get Discard to 5 star. Because he is one of the champions I'm gonna really be using during this game. So probably get him to 5 star, get his all the way charged up to 5. So that's pretty much what we were trying to do right now. And just so, again, just so you guys know, we are on day 12. Actually, it's day 11. If you guys know, we're always behind one day. They log in. So as you guys see, I just collect day 12. So tomorrow I get 500 more energy. But that knowing that I have been saving all my energy that I get from pots. This one I have to probably pick up in the next few days because there's only 3 days left. So that's the first one to go. When we get to quests, so tomorrow actually today I'm gonna be getting a bunch of new pots in here as well. So those I'm gonna be saving for the next few days. I'm gonna collect as needed. Yeah, if you guys see, I missed, I would say 1 day to complete all the daily quests. And it had to do with everything going on. And it's something that is simple. You guys gonna see in your lives if you only have a few hours to play the game. Okay. I did use about 200 gems, and the reason for that, and that's when I say it's okay to use your gems, unless, you guys got to remember, competition rules are completely different. I'll use all the gems for energy because time is of essence. But if you guys are just playing the game, just have fun, a little bit different. So when we come in here, okay, so if you guys see, I'm saving my sacred shards, I'm saving void shards, and I'm saving ancient shards. Because right now I'm focusing on 2 champions. I don't need to have extra champions, end up with another legendary that, as I told you guys, I'm not going to use until mid-game and above, okay? Because I want to make sure it's fair for everybody watching the series. But I am opening mystery shards, so pretty much all the rares I get from campaign or I get from there. Okay? So, all right, let's take a look in campaign how we're doing. We actually have finished normal. We have closed up hard with 2 champions, right? And they're all level 50 as of right now. And we have got to brutal all the way up to Godfrey's Crossing. Now, I did 3 stars to this point and I lost this battle. I try a second time and I lost it again. Now, my choices could be, I could use 4 champions, but I would have to equip it then, right? And I would be able to clear more, but that's not my focus. My focus is 3-star in one single run, okay? So, as you guys see, in here, I believe I had to manual this fight, but those 2, level 50, I have not awakened them at all. They don't have any awakenings. They don't have anything on them, okay, besides gear. And if we look at the gear as well, that's what they're rocking, all right? I haven't put anything major on Sigmund right now. I haven't put it to 16. And the reason is, yeah, speed's good, but I would rather get like speed boots and crit rate gloves with speed from speed set or something like that to help more. Those 2 are just filling the shield and also the weapon. And I haven't actually felt the need to come down here and, oh, I have a better one, let me use. Not yet, because I am kind of searching for better gear. And I don't feel that, I mean, that's a good piece, don't take me wrong, but it's not a piece that's gonna really be a game changer for me. Not as of right now, okay? Well, okay, maybe. I just got this thing. So I may change, but now when it comes to here, I'm gonna probably farm a little bit of Palace of Aravia and try to get some speed gear with those stats. So anyway, so if you guys see Sigmund, they have not been ascended at all. I could actually ascend to 3-star, what I'm probably gonna be doing today. But let's be honest, I didn't have even time to look at it, right? I have just been working on stuff that I'm gonna show you guys. So what I've been doing, because that's the thing, a lot of times you guys won't be having time to play the game as per se. What I mean by that is like focusing on the game. So what I did this whole week was create food champions. Like I said, you always make food champions on 12.3. Always, as per se, if you can, 12.3, make sure you're 100%. If not, go to a different level. Like for example, if you're clearing on brutal 12.3, but you're not winning all the fights, go down to hard. Or if you're on hard and having a hard time, go down to normal. It's not a big deal. It's where you get more XP per energy. Okay. All right. So if you guys see, I already have 2 5-stars in here, 3 5-stars. I could use armor as food, but I don't have to. That's a beautiful thing if you're just creating foods on the go. You don't have to. Okay. A few mistakes I've done in the past, and I've done also on the free-to-play competition, is a lot of times you will, in the most of the beginning, be fitting 1-star champions, common champions, as just energy, right? What I mean by that is coming down here, and okay, let's say Outlaw Monk. Well, I have those common champions, let me just use them as energy. it sounds like a good thing, but you're gonna realize you will be at points where you just won't even have what to create food with. So I would advise, worst case scenario, what I usually do is I get one common, I'll feed one energy, one brew, and then use 3 other common champions to make food. That gives you level 10. So you're using about 4 champions to create 1 2-star. What is okay? It's bad when you start like using something like 15, 20 common champions to make 1 2-star. Okay? And it may not look like when you're doing, but later on you're gonna realize you're gonna be paying for it. Anywho, so as you guys see here, I have 3 5-stars that I'm gonna be feeding Corrado to. And so right now the next 2 I'm gonna pick gonna be Sniper, and I'm gonna be using also this guy here, Sars. Now Sars is a great campaign farmer, but not right now. Like as of right now, in the most because a very easy champion to pull. Not worried about him, I'm worried about getting him to become food. So I already have my 2 food set up. I just need to get more 3-star champions to be able to be fed. Now I am not feeding any of the fusion champions, okay? I could and just go farm again, but it's very stressful, I don't want to do it. So I pretty much have all the champions I need. I'm gonna try to get my 3-star foods from my 2-stars, and I'm gonna try to save all my rares for faction wars. So as soon as I have a faction war team, be of a 3-man, 4-man team, or 5-man team, the other one's gonna become food, unless they're good champions. Like, for example, some that sometimes are forgotten. War Priest, not a bad champion, okay? Now, she's a lot weaker than a lot of the other champions we have around. The good thing about her, she's tanky as tanky can be, so you can keep her alive for a good bit. She also has, can freeze the enemies, so not a bad thing to have. But she usually becomes food the moment I have a good healer. So I try not to get her over level 40, unless I really have to, right? So now let's talk about Double Trouble a little bit. So those 2 champions, Sigmund and Corrado. All right, so the reason why those 2 are so important, and like I said, it depends also the champions you guys chose to be your sword champions, right? I chose Corrado as my sword champion. Wasn't a pull from shards or anything, so everybody can have it. So I would just assume you guys have him. If you don't, if you pulled a different one, or even if you use Kyle, you should be able to be doing the same thing. So your main champion, usually you want him on life steal early game. Actually, you want everybody life steal early game for the most part, unless it's a healer. And I got him on speed sets as well, okay? You got crit rate, crit rate, crit rate, crit rate. You definitely need that, and it's not even 100% yet. As soon as I get better pieces, it will be. So you want him like this. You probably gonna want to get his masteries as well, and the same thing gonna go for whatever is his partner, right? In this case, you may not have Sigmund. You may have decided to go for the Frog. Drag the Frog, really good champion to have also alongside your damage dealer. Now, let me say you still didn't choose him because you want to focus on campaign and you chose the Monkey King. That's all right. So in this case, I would say you may want to get War Maiden to level 50. I would not get her masteries. Even I say like get your sport champion with masteries on. She doesn't really need, as per se. I know I'm saying a lot of that, but in reality, You don't have to have her masteries because eventually you will get a better healer and you use her as food. Okay? So it's choice you have to make. It may make a little bit harder in some stages, but a lot of times the only thing you need to do is manual the fight and you should be fine. Usually what you want to do as well is try to pick someone in opposite affinity. As you guys see, Corrado and Sigmund are different affinities. And the reason for that is if I was like in the free-to-play competition, I have everybody in magic right now, pretty much my main attackers, main sport ones, and that's causing a lot of conflict when I have to go against force champions. So in this case, they're in perfect synchronicity. I think that's a word. Yeah, and they work just fine. So having those two will allow you to clear campaign, will allow you to move really fast on dungeons as well. What will help you to get gear, right? So right now, like I said, I am holding those. I will probably try to push for a fusion, and I would say fusion champions lately have been really good for the most part. And you also get a lot of extras from fusions. So if guys are following this series and pretty much following the same type of champions I'm using, you could actually make the next fusion because we still have a couple of weeks, right? And as you guys see here, right now I got Freeze Crossing. As soon as I finish this, I'll get some more gems. I'll get another Sacred Shard, so it's a lot of points for fusion. The most, when you're lower level, usually the requirements are not as high, so you should be fine. Yeah, I'm not focusing on clan boss right now because, as you guys see, I have 17 million silver. I know, crazy, huh? New account, a lot of silver. How do I do that? Well, I'm just not upgrading gear unless I get a really good piece. Like I said, very different than a challenge because on challenge, you need to move fast. And sometimes if you look long term, it's not the best thing for you, okay? Anyway, guys, so yeah, next step right now is just run some more food. I should be able even today, in the next few hours, to get my first 6-star. My first 6-star gonna be Corrado. I need more damage, and I need more damage fast. Sigmund can hold a lot of the damage, do a lot of, he has strengthen, has provoke, so it should keep Corrado alive. And if Corrado can kill his enemies faster, it keeps Sigmund alive. Okay, so attack champion, first one to go up. Now, since I'm not having to use energy, my gems for energy, besides for opening the market. Now, I just open everything. I usually don't. I usually hold, like, a lot of my accounts have opened to like 4 or even like only 3. The thing is, I had this ancient shard right here just waiting for me, and that's usually when I will open the market, right? So if you guys get in here, you have only 2 open. Ancient shard pops up anywhere in here. Boom. Sure, this one you only spend silver, but let me say the next one. Yeah, spend some gems, open this up, and so on. So that's how I usually do. I am really debating on opening or not opening the mine, but I feel I probably want to wait for my next champion to get masteries. Usually you focus on 2 have masteries. I'm gonna try to get 3 main ones with masteries. I don't know which one gonna be yet because, as you guys know, I'm not really using Senna, so it makes no sense for me to get her masteries or gear or anything to do with that. So Armiger, I never put his masteries on. I probably would use Alice, but the problem is it's gonna take a lot of resource to ascend. Discard is a good choice. He can solo a lot of stuff with his masteries and with the right gear. I may get him, but it really depends my next pulls, who I gonna be pulling, okay? And it's gonna be different for every account. I may get to the point I have enough gems that I would just use on something else, maybe open the mine. In here, the only thing I'm holding up is to collect this, because I haven't had the need to collect multi-battles. As of right now, I'm using the ones that actually are dated. And chances are, if it takes long enough, I may actually use Morag as my next one to get Masteries on. Morag is a great champion, probably one of the best champions in the game. Definitely one of the best epics on the game. So it's really worth to have her. She has ally attack, she has everything. So anyway, guys, that's what you should be doing. And every time you guys don't have time to play the game and you have extra energy, or if you only have 107 energy like this, go in, do some battles, just level food as much as you can. That's gonna make your life a lot easier. Because I feel in a much lower level than the usual, I'm gonna be clearing a lot more content. Anyway, guys, sorry if that was a long video. I really appreciate every single one of you. And as always, I'll see you in the game.